everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Oh no, of course, not another one. Well, this time it's caused me quite a lot of grief, and you'll notice probably as I was dismantling the model, I never noticed, but as I was dismantling the model, the pillar on the front right hand side was cracked at the top and I didn't see it, and also the one by the door in the middle was cracked at the top and I didn't see it. Anyway, well, as you'll see by the video, I did notice it eventually, and I did repair it with the baking powder and super glue, and that was all fine. I painted the model all up nice, it was looking alright, and I got to the stage putting it back together. I did put it back together, didn't notice anything, and it's only when I was putting the clips together at the end, you know, to make the video, and I noticed the blasted pillar, it cracked again. And of course, you know, everything was painted, and I thought, no, you know, I've just finished this, it's taken me a few weeks because I haven't been rushing at it. And you know, when I looked through the magnifying glass I could see it, but I couldn't see it before, you know, just to the naked eye you couldn't see it. So you know, when I'd done all the outdoor shots and I'd done the turntable shots, and it was all, I could see it on there, and I thought, ah. So anyway, I've managed to repair it. It's not that noticeable really. Well, you can't notice, you know, I mean, you see it's been repaired, but not since it was painted, if you know what I mean. It's you can see it's had a repair from the beginning, but anyway, so I managed to repair it, and I redid some of the outdoor shots, and I redid the turntable shots, so you know, you'll see how it turned out. Wasn't 100% happy, but it was a hell of a lot better than what it was before I started, so it's been a bit of a pain in the arse, this one, right the way through with various things or another. Right, so anyway, before we start the old video, as always, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers, old and new, and they seem to be going up pretty quickly now. It's starting to rise again, and so that's great. So yeah, and thank you everybody for all your comments and advice, as always, taken on board. And yeah, thanks everybody for supporting me and watching my videos, and I'm glad you're enjoying them, you know, because what's the point in doing it if other people don't enjoy watching them? Yeah, so I don't want to bore you too much, so let's get on with today's video. So as you will have already seen by the title, it's going to be Corgi Toys Hillman Imp in the Monte Carlo trim. So I hope you enjoy watching this one, and as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video. See how I got on with this one. Okie doke then, let's take a closer look at this one. Corgi Toys Hillman Imp. I don't think it's been painted. I think that's the original. The black roof has just got a lot of pitting from underneath, pushing the paint up. And It's in quite good nick. The suspension, I think, in the back, there's something not right there. So I'll have to look at that, what's wrong with that. That's got a seat that goes up and down, but it's supposed to go up and down on the wheels. I think when you push it backwards, the seat goes down. If you push it back and push down, the seat should go down, and then if you push down and go forwards, the seat should go back up the backrest of the back seat, but that doesn't work. So the back window's jammed in, so I don't know what's quite happened there. I don't know. Someone's pushed it right in and it looks like it's gone too far, so we'll have to see when that's all undone. But other than that, it's pretty, well, I was going to say it's pretty straight, but it has been squashed a bit. It's not badly out. That pillar's got a slight bend in it, and the whole thing has sort of gone that way a little bit, so we'll have to go that way with it, push it back a little bit, but not too much because I don't want to snap any of these pillars. It's got the jeweled spotlights, yellow ones, so I'll have to try and be careful when I get those out that I don't break them or lose them, because I've only got white ones to put in if I do, so, but I suppose white ones are better than nothing. Okay, so that's it. I've got to order some stickers because I don't think I can make those because they're white. I'd have to print them on white decal paper, but I'd have to get the blue. I'd have to paint the background blue, because I think if I paint them on, if I try and do them on clear decal, I've got no white ink obviously in my printer, so I can't print white on to clear decal paper because it won't work. So I think I will have to buy these decals, and she's got a little white stripe down each side, so that'll need doing, so that'll be a bit interesting, I suppose. Shouldn't be too bad, I suppose. I don't like thin stripes. Thin stripes and nick don't get on very well. Right, the window unit is scuffed. I think it's got I think that's a little crack that goes right through. I don't know if you can see, just there. It's not bad, but I suppose you will see it, all according to how the light catches it. Other than that, I think it's okay. Yeah. Right, okie doke, so it's that time again, dismantling time. So let's get on with that. Right, okie doke, let's get this base drilled. Might help if I tighten my drill up a little bit, I suppose. Use the bigger drill bit. enough on that back one. The front one's got a wider rivet. That's it, I think. That's it, I think. A little bits of metal off my fingers. Right. Let's have a look if we can open this. No, quite easily. That's gone. There. Now it's got that plastic suspension on there, look. That's why it's not very good. Okay. The same on the front, but it's quite simple. The way it works. Oops, that fell out. So that's the backrest of the seat that's supposed to go backwards and forwards. So have to go in the old poor man's washing machine. Same with this. That suspension piece seems okay. Just this back one is a bit sort of flattened, too flat. So we'll have to see what we can do with that. I don't know if I can get that off. There. You can see it's broken there. So we have to try and strengthen that up somehow. Don't know if I can glue it. Maybe try and glue it. And then these just lift out, so that's quite simple. So that's the base, ready for the caustic soda. Right, so this piece here, that's going to have to be drilled out, this rivet. Okay, right, I'm going to have to drill it out, so here goes. I started doing it a little bit, but I'm going to have to be careful not to go through the roof. I think about it. Okay, let's see if we can get him out. A couple of little edges of the rivet left, that's it, they're gone. So, there, that's out. Okay, so that's all it is. See, those little hooks just hook in the back window like that. That's what holds it there. Quite simple but effective. This piece of plate here, it makes the like the spring on the back window to keep it either open or to keep it shut, so that's cool. So we'll have to just give that a little bit of a clean up. I'll just give it a bit of a wire brush because the edges of those hooks are rusty. So that window's alright, so that just needs to have a bit of a wash and then give it the old window treatment. Okay, now this is that's it, the window unit, which is not in bad nick really at all. Okay, So I guess it's caustic soda time next. So we'll catch you for the caustic soda bath. Okay, see you over there. Wake, I was jumping the gun. I need to push these jeweled spotlights out now. They're already drilled. All the holes, there's already holes there, so need to just give them a bit of a push out maybe with a blunt screwdriver. Oh Lord, they're tight, eh? Buggered, they're tight. Oh, I can't shift them. They really are tight. Oh. My goodness, are they tight. I think I'm going to have to do this off camera, folks, because I just can't, leaning over the camera, I just can't do it. So I'm going to try and get those out, and then we'll see you at the caustic soda bath. Also, what I hadn't noticed, I can see it in the video when I've looked back, but the crack in the top of the pillar now, I've just straightened it a little bit, and it's very, very thin for some reason, and it's just sort of crumbling. You can see up in that corner there's a chunk just crumbled out of it. That one is a lot thicker, so whether that's a casting imperfection I don't know, but look how thin that is compared to that one. I don't know if you can see the difference, but certainly the one on this side is a hell of a lot thicker than that one. So I'm going to have to sort of patch that up a little bit, I suppose, with the super glue and baking powder. I would imagine probably be the best thing, or the strongest thing, I suppose. Okay, so also I've just drilled out these rivet posts, so that's done a little chunk come out of that one, which wasn't very good, but anyway, it's not too bad, it's not too far down. Okay, so that's that, and I've been waiting for the decals to come before carrying on with this one. It's been a few weeks since I put this on the turntable to show you know, the start of the video. So I've been waiting for my order to come from Model Supplies, so they've arrived anyway. They came a couple of days ago, so that's why I thought I'd try and crack on now with this. Okie doke. Right, caustic soda time. So I'm going to put this in with another model, say the caustic soda. There it goes. That's the Hillman Imp. Frothing away nicely. The water's changing colour a bit, it's a good sign. starting to come off. Okay, so we'll leave it for a little while to fizzle away in there, and we'll come back to it when it's all nice and clean, when I've wire wooled it and it's all ready for its primer. Or whatever I'm going to do. I might not prime the Hillman Imp because it's going to be metallic, so I might just put silver underneath. We'll see. Okay, so we'll come back to it when it's all cleaned up and on the bench. That's it all cleaned up. The old caustic soda's done its job. I'm going to give this a silver based coat because obviously the blue, it's supposed to be painted as a metallic blue. This is a grey base, so I'm just going to give this a normal grey primer. So it's a lovely day here, sun's out, so I'm going to go out and give this a coat of paint. So that's the silver coat done, and I'm going to do the metallic blue on top of that, see how it turns out. And I've also put the primer on the base. It's not dry yet, so tomorrow I'll paint the grey on that, the colour coat. Okay, so we got this here Monte Carlo Hillman Imp. Now I've got to mask off here and here because I've got to do the white line which runs down the middle here. So that's both sides, so that's not going to be that easy to do, I don't think. Anyway, I'll do it off camera because it's easier for me to do it off camera. I mean, you know, you've seen me do it before, so it's just a case of sticking the masking tape, but it's very time consuming because you know, you got to try and get it just right. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'll come back to you when that's done. Okie dokie, that's it, all masked up. All that just for a little white stripey. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do that now, and then we'll see how we got on a bit later. Okay, catch you in a minute. couple of bits there. Okay. Bollocks. Okay, so that's it lacquered. You could see when I was taking the masking tape off, it pulled a piece off a bit by the door there. I managed to touch it up. It's not too noticeable, so got away with that one. I got away with that one. Okay, so that's it, ready for the detailing. I've got to do the lights, chrome bits in the front, put those lights back, the spotlights. I've got to detail the lights, the bumper, and yeah, it should be almost ready for putting back together. After that, I've still got to polish up the wheels, so we'll do that, and clean up the axles. So yeah, and I've got to buff up the glass, the window unit. I'll clean that up as well. Okay. Right, I've done a bit of detailing on the car. I've done the bumpers, the handles, and I've done the backlights, and these little ones here, which on the model were just painted silver, but if you look on the internet, they are actually little kind of fog lights, so they're red, and I sort of done chrome around the outside, but it's quite difficult to do. You know, the detailing's not my strong point, I'm afraid. So I've done that, the bumpers, and those front fog lights, and those headlights, and the emblem in the middle of the grille. And I'm going to have to put the spotlights in after, but before we do that, I'm going to get on with polishing the wheels. So here we go, got them in the drill. You've seen me do it before. I've got my Brasso stuff. That's how I'm going to do it. If you haven't seen me do it before, this is how I do it. The wheels have come loose on the axle, but anyway, that's the way I do it. So I'm going to carry on and do both these axles and wheels, and we'll have a look at them when I've done them. Right, so it's all polished up, the wheels, new tyres on. Next I'm going to go on to cleaning up the window unit. So we're going to do that with the old nail buffer. Right, here goes. So we'll start off with step 3, I guess. I've pulled the two very coarse sides off, because when you're doing the finer ones, if you slightly go sideways, it marks the windscreen. And you're back to square one. I'll see how this comes out. Otherwise, if I can't get those scratches with this, I'll just have to use some wet and dry paper to start with. Got step 4 now. I'll probably have to do it more than this, just to show you what I do, but most of you have seen it before, so. There's quite a deep score there, so I think I am going to have to do it with the sandpaper, wet and dry first. Quickly try step 6. And then after that I'll polish it with either Eau de Sol or the Lamp Doctor. I might not dip this one because I think the Lamp Doctor, it tends to stop the pledge from sticking. When you dip it and you get blotches, that's what I had last time, and then I ended up having to do it again, which was a pain in the arse. So we'll see how I go here. Oh, so that's a bit better. I'm going to keep going with that. I'll do the side windows. It's actually not too bad. I might do the windscreen again, and yeah, come back to you when it's done. Okay, so that's done. One or two marks still on it. I'm not going to dip it. And the back window done as well. Okie dokie. What a blimmin' heck, what a fiddle getting those in. Anyway, that's that. Right, so what I'm going to do next, that piece of suspension, the back suspension that I glued a couple of cable ties to, like I've said before, it doesn't look very pretty, but it's, you know, I had a hell of a job to glue anything to this, because the super glue, it just didn't stick. Every time I tried to bend it, it cracked off, and I tried with all sorts. In the end I used a hot glue gun, and these bits of cable tie seem to have stuck okay with that, so I've got a bit of sellotape on there with a rivet, because I want to keep the rivets in the right places, the rivets I've done, so all the rivets I've got ready. Right, so just take that off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in, and bit of super glue, and then we'll get that in now. Okay. Take that off for a minute. Trouble is, I can't see without my glasses. Oh, yeah, nearly did it. I nearly did it, Bob. I nearly did it again. Jeepers. Okay. do with a cocktail stick. Here we go, here's one. Right. Let's put her in. Yeah. Better put the axle on. There. Bend that over and oh, come on, eh? Went in before. Don't be a pain in the tits. There she goes. So I'm going to have to hold that there till that dries and hope my thumb don't stick to it. Okay. There, that seems to have stuck okay. So we've got a bit of suspension there. That's quite stiff. So that's good. Okay, let's have a bash at putting the old back window in. I've stuck the hooks through the window, and it seems to be just, you know, just jammed there a little bit, so I need to put some glue onto one of my pots. Because I don't want to put too much. I'm a little bit worried that this is going to cloud the window, the back window. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oops. I want to get enough glue. Okay, that should be enough. Right. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the blasted camera. So I'm just going to push that in through there, like that, and hopefully get that there. And hold it there. So it's something else I'll have to hold there until it's dry. Okay, so I'll come back to you when it's dried. Okay, so that seems to have stuck alright. It's difficult to open that. There, she opens alright. That's cool. Okay. Now, next step, we'll put the window unit in. Push that in. Push it down. Each side. That's it. I'm not going to glue that. Right, so the next step, the interior. That's got a little hole in the back of the seat, but I'm going to leave it because it's how it was made. So the seat goes this way, so that goes in there. It's a seat that goes up and down. So that's what lifts the seat up, is the wheels. I don't think it's going to rub on there. Cobblers. That's what's supposed to lift the seat up anyway, is the wheels rubbing on these bits. See? That action when you push down on the suspension makes the seat go up and down. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of glue in the rivet post at the back. Actually not easy to do this. It'd be better doing that way. That's it. That's it, that's it. Okay. Rivet post in. Rivet in rather. Rivet post. Oh, come on. There's my tool. Right, so again I'm probably going to have to hold this. Right, here we go. That's it. That's just the decals to put on now. I don't know if you can see in there the seat, so we'll try it there. It works. See, push down and go forward. Up goes the backrest of the seat. Push down, go backwards, down goes the backrest of the seat. So that all works now, so that's cool. That's it. So we're going to put the decals on now anyway. Okay, so put the first decals in the water. Move those out of the way so I don't bugger them up. Now I don't think there's a lot of room because the size of the stickers. I've got a picture on my phone here, but there's not much room for the actual Monte Carlo and the number plate. Put a bit of water on there. Maybe I better put the number on first, if I can get the bloody thing out. The water. Hoopla. God's sake. They're going everywhere but where they should. Yeah, it's not too bad for that one. I'm going to leave that at that. Don't ever go at the front ones. Okay, so she's starting to move. It's actually not bad. Okay, that's starting to move. Not far out. Damn, I've knocked it. Oh, I think leave well alone. It's not bad. moving. Okay, that's that. Okie dokie, that's it, job done. Got the decals on. I did cock up with the front one because I had the picture and everything in front of me on my phone, and I left the gap instead of joining the number plate to the Monte Carlo decal. I didn't. I've left a gap, so it's not quite how it should be. But anyway, it's too late now, and it doesn't look too bad. The old back opens all right, opens and shuts. It's just a bit awkward to get your fingernail underneath. Here's the old cocktail stick. It's got quite a strong spring on it, so that's good. As we saw before, the old seat goes backwards and forwards, up and down, so that works how it should. So I'm pleased about that. Yeah, so I've made a box for it. It's not the best of quality because I had a bit of trouble with my printer this time. One of the inks ran out, and the ones I got ended up they weren't compatible, so I had to get a couple more cartridges, and then it hasn't printed out quite. It's a bit, the colours are not very good, they're a bit wishy-washy, but anyway, it's a box, so it'll protect it in the drawer. Okay, so also I just did some instructions. There was a thing on the disc to print the instructions for the seat. You're not great. Either the actual scan that was on the disc is not that great, but anyway, it shows you what to do. So I'll leave that in the box with the model. Might have to cut a bit more off the paper actually so that it fits in the box that way. So yeah, it didn't turn out too bad in the end. So it's another one saved from the Corgi scrapyard, and I'll do the same as usual. We'll take a look on the old turntable before and after, and I'll do a few outdoor shots. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I've quite enjoyed doing it. It's taken me a little while, this one, on and off. And yeah, if you have enjoyed it and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and please like the video, and feel free to make any comments as always. And yeah, we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time. So until then, stay safe, all the best, ta-ra for now, see you then.